Hello, welcome back to my second video on this channel. I'll be doing an unpopular opinions video today. I know, the billionth one, but this one I've collected a variety of opinions from different fandoms on Twitter, Instagram and Amino. I will be reading them and giving my 2 cents on the opinion. There are a lot of opinions in which I will not be talking about everything, so any opinion that I do not use will be put in the description below. Disclaimer: all opinions are valid, no hate to anyone in this video who helped by sharing their opinions with me. Just because I may disagree with your opinions doesn't mean they are invalid. This is all in good fun. Because of the way things are going down at YG and how they have been managed so far, I agree. I don't believe they are going to be releasing anything anytime soon and therefore won't be in the public eye as often. When I first heard Boombaya and Whistle, I couldn't stand those 2 songs, and to this day still don't like them. It took them to releasing Doo for me to consider being a fan, so I see their point. Maybe one day they'll make a song you can get into. So this person wrote a lot, so I will read what they said. I'm sorry, but it's true. I mean, in a whole year they only made 9 songs. I love the girls, Lisa, Jennie, Jisoo, and Rose. To be honest, it's not the girls' fault, it's the company's fault. I mean, let's all accept, he hated women as well as girl groups, so why make one? All their concepts are good, but the concerts are about 30 minutes long, but as BTS concerts are about 3 hours long. I'm not saying they are better than Blackpink, or better than anything else, but I think if the manager would have put a bit more work into them, the concerts could be longer. Lisa, a great example of a female rapper. Jennie, perfect vocals. Rose, I think she deserves to make a song too because I haven't seen one from her yet. Jisoo, as well as Rose too. I think Jisoo deserves a song for herself. She's underrated, she deserves more. All the members deserve more. I've heard they have a new manager, so I hope she treats the girls better. I don't think they should disband, like this comment said. Let's be honest, it's not their fault that Blackpink's discography could fit on a toothpick, or the head of a needle. I think they should move companies, or if not able to get themselves better help. I want them to go away for 1 or 2 years, take that time to better themselves, reignite their passions, change up their look and get a new stylist, and come back with a full-length album, none of this 2 or 4 songs crap. I want 13 or more songs. I want them to come back better than ever, and also change up the order of who goes first to last in the songs. I put these thoughts out into the universe, although I know that's probably not going to happen. One of the most frequent opinions about BTS that I got was several people talking about the ARMY. Each one of them saying that they love BTS but the ARMY is toxic and that's why they don't want to be a fan. Personally, I don't call myself fan names, with the exception of occasionally calling myself a my day. I feel like because of many fan bases' toxic behaviors, it makes room to stereotype anyone who calls themselves that name. I think we should learn to separate the artist or artists from the fans, as BTS are hardworking and talented men, and you can be a fan or ARMY without being toxic. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. K-pop has become an umbrella term, used to generalize many different types of music. EDM, rap, bubblegum pop, ballads, rock, hip-hop, soloists, trios, duos or groups, they all fall under this umbrella. So when people say they love K-pop but it's BTS and only BTS, that does not mean you like K-pop. I like to occasionally listen to baby metal, but you don't hear me saying I love metal music, because they are one trio under the giant umbrella that is metal. When you have artists that reach a high level of success, often most seen with one-hit wonders, it's hard to go from there. I feel like Wings was so iconic for them that everything they do now people will just compare it to that, much like Psy, where everything he does now the mass majority will say, oh well it's no Gangnam Style. In reality I think that them going downhill is really just them evolving and just growing up into a different sound coupled with Western views being pushed onto them. I follow a YouTuber who posted a reaction video to Icy. When I saw it was called Icy I immediately thought of Saweetie's Icy Girl and got excited, but that was not at all what the song ended up being. Maybe my expectations were too high, but I will say it took me listening to Dalla Dalla several times for me to get into it, so maybe I need to listen more. When an idol, like Woozi from 17, is clearly uncomfortable doing cute Aegyo it's really weird and off-putting. If it happens naturally then it's more believable, organic, and doesn't feel as embarrassing. It's more of how the idol is shown in their true nature rather than forced embarrassment. So I'm going to lump this in with the person who said something along the lines of stop calling women sluts for what they wear when your biz are grinding on the floor 2 seconds ago. Disgustingly over-sexualizing people is whack. If they have a sexy concept or wear something quote revealing on stage that has nothing to do with them, they have stylists to do this stuff for them. It's also hypocritical if per se, Wano from Monta X exposed his entire top half during a show, maybe tossed a hip thrust here and there but you see Laisha perform in short shorts and suddenly there's a problem. I don't know man, that tea doesn't taste right to me.
Oh my god sis. The audacity, my heart. Well if he is your least favorite more for me I guess.
There are many songs out there, where the song would be great, if they just didn't collaborate with the Western artist that was featured in the song. BTS Boy with Love with Halsey, BTS McDrop with Designer, Blackpink Kiss and Makeup, and I'm sure there are other songs. I always tend to love the song, until it gets to the Western artist's part in the song, not always, but mostly it sounds misplaced and cringy to me and the versions performed without them I always find more enjoyable. Who Do You Love For Me I liked because French Montana's verse is about 2 seconds long. In my first video I almost put Monsta X as my favorite underrated boy group because I do think they are slept on. For being as talented as they are I'm shocked that they aren't more hyped up. Then again, people nowadays like to sleep on talent rather than their own beds so am I actually shocked? Nope. I saw 2 opinions, one saying the concept is good, another saying it isn't. When I first was introduced to NCT I was confused and didn't like their concept. Now having been a fan for a year or so I get their concept but I still don't like it lol. I feel like the way they are now having everyone, Dream, 127, Wavy and You, is okay. I just worry about how their future is going to progress, when the Dream Team ages and how already existing members are treated by SM. I wasn't going to out this here but like was it just me who liked Shine, like to me that was a whole bop and a half. Please comment I just wanna know lol. So I just looked this up, because I was unaware of the situation, Lo and behold, it was over some hairstyle. Honestly, not even about this, but in general. I swear some people make people apologize or feel bad about the stupidest things. The only problem I, a black woman, have with it is that he couldn't pull it off. Sorry, lol. Most idols do that, and I'd be fine with it if they didn't look tragic. Someone please help their hairstylists. 2K19. I liked the song, however the song could have been better, and I wasn't disappointed with the song so much as it was the choreography of the song. I was expecting it to pop off and it never did. Sometimes cute concepts are not for everyone, but I do think TWICE continues to come out with unappreciated bops. I've seen a lot of debate back and forth between TWICE and Girls' Generation. SNSD is reaching a dying down point at the moment, meaning they aren't what they used to be. However, they remain iconic, and I feel if TWICE were to be more versatile, they could snatch the nation's girl group title, in the same way that Red Velvet can do things like Rush and Roulette, but also Bad Boy. That's also something Girls' Generation could do, as well as other things, which is why to me they have and still reign supreme as the nation's girl group.
I roll out of bed, put my hair in a messy bun, and walk into my living room to see my brother's best friend, Jungkook, sitting on my couch. He rolls his eyes. "What's up, you ugly bitch?" "Why are you so mean to me?" I ask. "Isn't it obvious? It's because I love you." Then
I read YN fan fiction all the time. I never read shipping between members or idol on idol because that's a bit too far for me. However, I think there is no harm in expressing yourself by giving yourself a creative outlet, or shipping them with their members as friendships. It just gets a bit much when it's different male and female idols, pressed on them aggressively or over-sexualized, and I can see how to a lot of people, the people who mentioned this opinion specifically, can be off-put by it. Some people don't have the financial means to get every physical album, light sticks or posters, and that is okay. It doesn't mean they are less of a fan than you. That's pretty straightforward. Usually paired with Stan Luna, as I've most commonly seen, is one of the most annoying trends I've seen happen. I've jokingly said in private messages, or maybe like one tweet not directed in hateful behavior towards anyone, Stan Day 6 for clear skin, as an obvious joke between friends most of the time. However, there are people who take things like this too far, which is what gets on my nerves. I don't like telling people I'm into K-pop, because even though I'm just a relatively normal person, they make judgmental faces, or judgmental ignorant comments. Some even think I'm crazy, like those fans who were saying awful things when that Disney Channel actor Cameron died. People who said Stan blank, or maybe if he was a fan of blank then he would be alive with fan cams attached, are the worst. Then these are the same people who wonder why no one takes us seriously. I agree, but sadly that's not realistic at the moment. It is a heavily visual-based industry, and South Korea was ranked as one of the highest countries with the most plastic surgery being done. There's also many videos out there on idols' weight loss or gain. I honestly don't think companies understand being healthy and being skinny isn't the same thing, and that they should focus on the well-being of their idols first. I think change is a necessary part of life. The music should grow and progress along with the idol. Over time it can probably get tiring for the idols if they keep doing the same thing over and over, and maybe even tiring for the fans, especially if they come out with stuff that sounds similar, because it's like, okay, I've heard this before. Then there are people who grow out of their stage names and want to evolve, Or maybe a female idol debuting at age 14 is now 25 and doesn't want to do cutesy concepts anymore. I agree, I just think that people misconstrue hard work and talent for being overrated. There are a giant pile of Western artists whom I think are overrated, but some people say BTS is overrated, which I disagree. As a BTS fan, I am aware of my bias, but to be overrated by definition is when people have a high opinion of you that is undeserved. With any popularity, any group or artist will get lots of hate to balance out their success. I know some people who hate Beyoncé because she's popular, and they've said that's their only reasoning, despite her talent, hard work, and constantly raising the bar. I feel the same as with BTS, they worked their way up from a small company, broke through to the Western market and internationally, which not many can do, and gained massive success, more than some artists from the big three companies have. They, along with a lot of popular, extremely hardworking idols, are not exactly what I would call overrated. To some extent I can agree, however I think in some groups there are more clearly favorited members, by fans and the companies, and then you have disrespectful solo stans, all of which can make the less popular members feel smaller, which is why you have all the comments that mention it. Despite those being the top comments, the member still remains underrated or hidden. Thank you for watching. Thank you to everyone who helped by giving me their opinions. Comment below if you agree or disagree with anything. Until next time.